Yes, it's time for another power bank video. And this time we've got the Wolf Powerstation 60 Plus. Now, it's quite nice that Wolf actually name things that make sense. So it's PS 60 Plus Powerstation and it's 60,000 mAh. It's nice and simple. Now the first thing you'll notice with this is it's slightly different to the conventional power banks out there. Different shape completely, which I think I actually prefer. It's a really nice kind of soft touch feel to it, but it's also solid as well. So it feels like a quality product. Now, for me, this is a bit of a game changer because there's so many different ports that you can use on here. In terms of videography, it's like a videographer's wet dream because you can charge everything in one go. Now, we'll come on to all the different powers and bits like that a little bit later in this video. But you've basically got 4 USB-A ports, I believe they are, standard USB. You've also got USB-C and a micro USB. So you're pretty much covering all bases with this power bank. And like I say, you can pretty much charge everything you want to because you can be using all of them in one go. Now, you've got one power button. And when you press that, it powers up and you've got a nice visual display here, which tells you the battery percentage in the middle. And then either side, it will tell you how much kind of input power you've got if you're charging it, or output power if you're charging other things as well. You've also got a little LED, which you can, I believe, hold it down. 2 LEDs, hold it down and they turn on. So if you need a bit of light or something at night, really handy. And then hold it down and that turns them back off. So really simple to use, and it's pretty much a case, if you want to charge something, plug it in and get it going. So couldn't be simpler. Now, like I say, these all have different output powers. So you've got 2 20-watt USBs, you've got 2 15-watt USBs, and then the USB-C is actually 45-watt. So the 20-watt USBs are fast charging, so you can fast charge your phone, iPads, things like that. The 15 watts, they don't do fast charging, but if you're charging camera batteries or something, it's probably a safer option. And the USB-C actually offers super fast charging when it comes to phones. I'm not sure about tablets because I don't actually have a tablet, but I plugged my phone into it using a USB-C to C cable, and yeah, it flashed up on my phone saying super fast charging, which I didn't even know was a thing, but it is, and it is really, really quick, as the name suggests. Now, you can also charge, if you've got newer laptops and MacBooks, you can charge that via the USB-C port. I don't, I've got a really old MacBook, which doesn't help things, but Ian, my colleague, has got one of the newer ones, which you can charge with USB-C, and he said that he pretty much ran his MacBook all day editing whilst being plugged into this. So one charge of this easily gave a day's worth of power on a newer MacBook. Now, I don't know how that translates to other laptops and things like that, but it's nice to know that you can run laptops off it and it's got enough capacity to actually run it for a full day's work. Now, this USB-C port is also how you charge it. You can charge it with a micro USB port as well, but the C is what's going to charge it the quickest. And there's a few different ways that you can charge it. So you get this nice little hard case which comes with it, so you can keep it nice and protected. But in here, you've also got your main charging block, which is a quick charge. And you've got a couple of different plug options, which I shouldn't have done that. That goes, slots in like that. So you've got your mains charger, and then, like I say, you've got your PD port, which is USB-C, which will go into the C here, and that will keep it charged. You've also got a quick charge USB 3, and you've got 2 different standard USBs as well. So even when you've got this charging, you can still use 3 other ports on this plug to charge everything else if you need to. So if you're charging everything up before a session, you haven't got to think, oh, I've got no way to charge everything else. You can charge the power bank with this, and then you can charge camera batteries and drone and whatever on the other ports. So that's really handy, and that charges nice and quickly as well. It's probably easiest just to chuck it on the night before, leave it overnight, and then you're good to go. But the other way of doing it is you can charge using the USB-C via your car or van or something like that. Now, I've actually implemented this into basically my workflow because, as you guys know, we're on the bank a lot, we're filming a lot, we're getting through copious amounts of batteries in terms of cameras, drones, all sorts of things. So what I've done is I've actually got an extended USB-C to C cable and the little 12-volt thing that you can plug into the cigarette lighter in your van or your car. And then basically I can charge this whilst I'm on the road, or even just leave it charging overnight in the van, and then I can charge all of my camera stuff through this whilst I'm not in the van. So yeah, it's actually very, very useful for what we do, but also obviously when it comes to fishing, that is the main purpose of this. The nights are drawing in, you're getting longer nights, so that means longer hours of darkness. So you're going to want to keep your entertainment powered, aren't you? So if you're using tablets on the bank, if you are working from the bank, if you're editing, this is going to keep you going. So like I say, it's got a 60,000 mAh battery, so that will keep you going for a decent amount of time. And if you do need to boost it whilst you're on the bank, you can just chuck it in the van, in the car, and start charging it that way. Now, you've also got this nice little carry strap on it, so this is quite handy just for grabbing it, because like I say, it's a slightly different shape to normal. It is a weird sort of cube, but like I said earlier, I do really like the shape of it, and I do like how solid it feels. So yeah, they are a very, very good bit of kit. Now there's loads of spec that if you want to find all the ins and outs of it, then head over to the Wolf International website, because there's a box here with a feature list as long as my arm, as there always is, so you can see all the specifics, all the different inputs and outputs and things like that, and the exact powers, dimensions, all sorts. But yeah, I'm not going to bore you with that, but if you do want to know them specs, then head over to the website. But just one last thing to say is total weight of this is 1.3 kilos. So it's not anything to worry about. You can chuck it in your barrow bag and get around the lake without really knowing that it's there. So I think that's about it really. The last thing to say, as I mentioned, is it comes complete in this nice hard case, which just like all the other Wolf power banks, it's a really nice solid hard case. And zip it all up, so yeah, it's going to keep you nice and protected. So if you are just chucking it in a barrow bag or something like that, you can keep it in this hard protection case. And it does also come with one of Wolf's funky little cables, so it's USB-A to either USB-C or to an iPhone connection, so that all comes included in the kit. So yeah, overall I really like it, and to be honest, I've had a word with Steve at Wolf to see if me, Curly and Ian can have one of these, because they're going to be super useful for what we do. So again, if you're a bit of a blogger, if you make videos on the bank, this is definitely well worth considering. Even if you don't, it's going to be well worth considering for them long winter nights. So thanks for watching this video. Hopefully you found it useful. And like I say, if you want to find more information about this product, then head over to the Wolf International website. Don't think I can say much more. It's a power bank that does exactly what it needs to. Charges everything. And yeah, it's nice and reliable. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.